Space has always fascinated and terrified us in equal measure. The vast emptiness, the extreme environments, the sheer uninhabitability of almost every known world. These are reminders of just how unique and fragile our existence truly is. I'm Brian Cox, and today we're going on a journey through the most terrifying places in our solar system. From crushing atmospheric pressures to rainstorms of molten metal, these worlds push the laws of physics, chemistry, and our imaginations to their absolute limits. If Dante had imagined a planet, it would be Venus. With atmospheric pressure 90 times that of Earth, stepping onto its surface would crush you instantly, if you weren't already incinerated by the 450 degrees C temperatures. To make things worse, it rains sulfuric acid, which never actually reaches the ground because the heat vaporizes it mid-fall. It's a world that reminds us just how fortunate we are to be on Earth. Imagine a hurricane so vast that it could swallow Earth whole, and has been raging for over 300 years. That's the Great Red Spot, an anticyclonic storm on Jupiter. The winds in this swirling vortex exceed 400 km/h, and if you somehow found yourself within it, you'd be battered by clouds of ammonia and methane, while being crushed by an atmosphere that thickens into liquid under its own immense pressure. Mercury is a world of extremes. On its day side, temperatures soar to a blistering 430 degrees C, hot enough to melt lead. But on the night side, a staggering 180 degrees C. Step into the wrong area at the wrong time, and you'd be frozen and fried in a matter of hours. Saturn's moon Titan is eerily Earth-like, with rivers, lakes, and even weather. The problem? These lakes and rivers are filled with liquid methane and ethane. If you were to step into one, you wouldn't drown. You'd freeze solid in an instant, as Titan's temperatures hover at a chilling 179 degrees Celsius. Neptune's moon Triton is a place of icy violence. Its surface is a frozen wasteland, but deep beneath, nitrogen geysers erupt, spewing material miles into space. These eruptions form eerie, dark streaks on Triton's surface, making it look as if the moon itself is bleeding. Saturn's moon Enceladus is home to one of the solar system's most mysterious phenomena: towering plumes of water vapor and ice that shoot into space. These geysers erupt from a subsurface ocean, meaning that beneath the frozen crust, there might be a world teeming with alien life. Jupiter's radiation belts are among the most lethal places in the solar system. The radiation here is so intense that it would strip the flesh from your bones in minutes. Any spacecraft venturing too close must be heavily shielded to avoid being fried by the planet's deadly magnetic field. Saturn's rings may be beautiful, but they're also terrifying. Composed of countless ice and rock fragments moving at immense speeds, they could shred any spacecraft venturing too close. The rings are also temporary, destined to vanish over millions of years, meaning we are living in a brief window of cosmic time where we can witness them in their full glory. Outside our solar system, things get even stranger. The exoplanet HD 189733b is a world where it rains glass, sideways. Winds reaching 5,400 mph whip molten glass particles through the air, creating a storm system that would slice anything in its path to shreds. Pluto may be distant and cold, but it's far from lifeless. This dwarf planet has mountains made of solid ice floating on glaciers of nitrogen. In the absence of atmospheric pressure, even basic physical laws behave differently, creating an environment so alien that it defies our expectations of what a planetary surface should be. Mars might seem relatively benign, but its dust storms can grow so large, they envelop the entire planet. These storms can last for months, reducing visibility to nearly zero and plunging temperatures to dangerous lows. If you were caught in one, there'd be nowhere to hide. Jupiter's moon Io is the most volcanically active body in the solar system. Its surface is constantly reshaped by massive lava lakes, some of which can stretch for hundreds of miles. If you ever found yourself here, you'd be standing on a world in constant upheaval, with rivers of molten rock flowing all around you. Deep within Neptune, scientists believe that extreme pressure causes carbon to crystallize into diamonds, creating a planet-wide storm of falling gemstones. While this sounds beautiful, the conditions that create it are far from hospitable, with crushing gravity and frigid temperatures making Neptune one of the most extreme places in our solar system. Mars' Valles Marineris is the largest canyon system in the solar system, stretching over 4,000 kilometers. It's so deep that if you stood at the bottom, the sky above would appear entirely different due to the thickness of the atmosphere. Falling into this abyss would be a one-way trip into darkness. Uranus is unique. It rotates on its side, possibly due to a massive collision in its past. This causes bizarre seasonal changes, where for 42 years, one pole is bathed in constant sunlight, while the other remains in complete darkness. It's an eerie world of extremes that defies conventional planetary motion. Beneath Europa's icy surface lies a vast ocean, one that could harbor extraterrestrial life. But this ocean is hidden beneath miles of solid ice, meaning any exploration would be fraught with peril. If there is life down there, it has adapted to a world we can barely comprehend. As we move beyond Neptune, the solar system becomes a realm of darkness. Worlds like Eris and Sedna exist in a twilight zone, where the sun is nothing more than a distant star. These are places so far removed from warmth that they remain locked in an eternal cosmic winter. Mars's moon Phobos is slowly being pulled toward the planet. One day, it will break apart and form a ring around Mars before eventually crashing into its surface. This process is a reminder of the ever-changing nature of our solar system. At any moment, an asteroid could impact Earth, as they have countless times before. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter is a chaotic region where space rocks collide and shatter, sending debris hurtling across the solar system. Perhaps the most terrifying thought is that, despite all the wonders of the solar system, Earth might be the only place where life exists. If we destroy it, there may be no second chances. The solar system is a magnificent, terrifying place, one filled with wonders beyond imagination and dangers beyond reckoning. It reminds us of both our insignificance and our uniqueness in the grand scheme of the universe. And that, in itself, is something truly profound.